Welcome to this press briefing. I am pleased to once again welcoming the Prime Minister, my good colleague Theresa May, to Denmark. The UK and Denmark are and will remain, let me emphasize that, will remain close friends and allies.
First, let me say a word on the reports this weekend of a barbaric chemical weapons attack in Douma, Syria, targeting innocent civilians, many of them children. The UK utterly condemns the use of chemical weapons in any circumstances, and we must urgently establish what happened on Saturday. If confirmed, this is yet another example of the Assad regime's brutality and brazen disregard for its own people and for its legal obligations not to use these weapons. If they are found to be responsible, the regime and its backers, including Russia, must be held to account. The events in Douma fit into a troubling wider pattern of acts of aggression and abuse of long-standing international norms on counter-proliferation and the use of chemical weapons. In recent years, Russia's repeated vetoes at the UN have enabled these rules to be broken and removed mechanisms that allow us to investigate and hold to account chemical weapons attacks in Syria. This must stop. And we will work closely with our allies, including at the UN Security Council later today, to ensure the international community strengthens its resolve to deal with those who are responsible for carrying out these barbaric attacks and who allow global norms to be breached in such an appalling way. Well, first of all, what we are currently doing, what we're urgently doing with our allies is assessing what has taken place. Obviously, if this is a chemical weapons attack of the sort that it certainly initial reports suggest that it is, this is, as I said in my remarks, another example of the Assad regime's brutality and the brazen way in which they have ignored the interests of their people. And I think this is a reprehensible attack that has taken place. We've seen, as I saw, it's not only adults that have been affected, but children affected by this attack as well. But we assess what has taken place, and we'll also be discussing with our allies what action is necessary. I think we are very clear that if this is a chemical weapons attack of the sort that it appears to be from the regime, that we want to ensure that those responsible are held to account. And I think there's a very clear message that we have been giving consistently in relation to actions in Syria, that yes, this is about the actions, the brutal actions of Assad and his regime, but it's also about the backers of that regime. And of course, Russia is one of those backers. And I think the message that we have consistently given is that those who are backing the regime need to look very carefully at the position that they have taken. This is a brutal regime that is attacking its own people, and we are very clear that it must be held to account, and its backers must be held to account too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.